The MTN Walk the Talk with 702 is proudly hosted by the city of Joburg.
And the day we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. It's the 18th MTN Walk the Talk with 702. More than 55,000 people are expected to take to the streets of Joburg, all in celebration of 25 years of democracy. I'm Lerato Hofela.
And I'm Buhle Matulini. More than 55,000 people. Alongside them, the mayor of the city of Johannesburg, Herman Mashaba, as well as David Makura. Lerato Hofela will be alongside the route for the entire day as she goes through iconic landmarks in the city of Joburg. Tell us about them.
Yes, I'm really excited to be racing through Joburg. I'll be seeing some really cool places like Constitutional Hill, Wits University, Joburg Zoo, and guess what, Buhle?
Yeah?
Former President Nelson Mandela's home. I'm really excited
Talk about
that.
celebrating 25 years of democracy. I, on the other hand, will be here at the start and finish line, and I'll be urging the people on to come through at full pace, at full tilt, as they enjoy this day and commemorate 25 years of democracy.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get the show on the road. It's time to officially start MTN Walk the Talk with 702.
Walk the talk, MTN, walk the talk, MTN, walk the talk, MTN, walk the talk, MTN.
Okay, now seeing that we're celebrating 25 years of democracy, what's your favorite thing about being a South African?
This, everyone here. That thing, that's a sea of people, all of us together. Come on, make some noise, everyone.
Thank you very much, Joy.
Thank you.
Are you ready? Here we go. We're going to count down. 3, 2, 1, go!
702, your number one news and talk station.
I'm here with the voice of the Walk the Talk for this year, Aki Anastasiou, always guiding people through the streets of Joburg, but this time all of them are on foot. Aki, this is an exciting day.
Buhle Matulini, good morning to you. It is exciting. I absolutely love this day of the year. I mean, the energy here is amazing. You know, I tell people that if we can take what's here, right? Take away the politicians, all right? Actually, throw the politicians in the bin, to be honest with you. Take what we have here, bottle it in a bottle, and this is what South Africa is about. You got beautiful people walking together, and it's just a magnificent day, man.
For one day of the year, the streets of Joburg belong to the people of South Africa, individuals and organizations all together.
My organization is South African National Accreditation System, and we are also celebrating 25 years of democracy for the free South Africa. Welcome everybody, and Viva South Africa, Viva!
It's slightly nippy this morning, but that hasn't stopped thousands of Joburgers coming through to race the streets of Joburg. They're about around 2 kilometers in, so that's a kind of a warm-up, but the atmosphere is fantastic. Yeah! Next up, hello ladies! How are you guys feeling so far?
We're good anyway. We're good for the way.
Good for the way. Okay, and what are you guys walking for? I see you dressed in your yellow tutus. What are you guys walking for?
City of Joburg.
Okay, fantastic. City of Joburg. Yeah! Good luck. Thank you.
The chilly early morning midwinter weather was not a deterrent for thousands of energetic and enthusiastic Joburgers who took to the streets for the longest of the 4 distances, the 25-kilometer walk for democracy, heading south towards Braamfontein. Through incredible cooperation from the City of Joburg's road agency and Metro Police Off-Road Rescue and Think Bike, the roads were set aside for the exclusive use of the walkers. We're just minutes away from the start of the 15-kilometer walk, so my brother, you are full of smiles so early in the morning.
Definitely. You can see the atmosphere, man. Waking up so early, seeing people, you know, just for the love of it, you know. Yeah, this is not a marathon, it's just to enjoy ourselves, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like you're already enjoying yourself. The vibe is amazing.
Myself, look at around me, check the people.
This is for women empowerment, and for all, we've got a sorbet, and for all the ladies that are in the salon today and are working really hard, we're enjoying on part of them. So we're thinking of them, we're sending them lots of love, and they're adding beauty to the world, and just to make women really feel good.
The MTN Walk the Talk with 702 is a wonderful celebration of what it means to be South African. More than 55,000 people walking today. It's one of the biggest mass participation events in the world, and MTN are a part of that. That is massive.
No, I mean MTN's values really align with what the Walk the Talk is trying to do, and I think in the last 25 years, MTN has really been involved in various initiatives to promote the development of sports, wellness. We're involved in football. We're involved with the rugby, as you saw over the last 2 weeks. We've really done well with the Springboks. We're also involved with obviously the walk, and I think really it's really about supporting initiatives that promote wellness, promote health, promote community, and in particular we are very excited about this one being in Johannesburg, which is really a key city for us. We've invested quite a lot over the last few years in the city from a network perspective. We want these residents of Joburg to have the best quality network, and really, it's an all-encompassing experience that we want them to enjoy on the health side, on the network side, also in the services that we offer them.
And a massive thank you to MTN for their loyal support. One of the many 702 voices doing his thing on the day was Money Show presenter Bruce Whitfield.
But what a beautiful morning, and seeing the 25-kilometer walkers come through as these stragglers are coming through now. Of course, these are the 15-kilometer walkers. And then at 9 o'clock, you're going to have 15,000 people coming through here. It's going to be bedlam, and it's so awesome. Aki Anastasio on the stage up there, shouting at people and giving them instructions. It's the only time of the year anybody ever listens to it. It's fabulous.
The city of Joburg dates back 135 years, and in that time has evolved into the financial, industrial and educational hub of South Africa. No better way to see it than on foot.
As our walkers make their way through the route, they also get to stop at a few iconic landmarks, and our first stop is Wits University. So they've had their water break, some of them have stopped at the loo, and I think they're ready to go. Let's have a chat with a few of them.
We're feeling awesome. This is wonderful.
And any particular reason why you guys are walking?
We're walking for love, of course. We are in a clique and our theme is love. But of course, 25 years of freedom.
Yay! Speaking about 25 years of freedom, what's your favorite thing about South Africa?
Freedom of choice. I can do this. I can wake up and do whatever I want to do.
Yes, okay. Enjoy your walk, ladies. Okay, and these guys are running through Wits University. Isn't this a bit of cheating, gentlemen?
No, it's just a bit of exercise in trying to burn the calories.
But aren't you supposed to be walking and not jogging?
You won't burn enough.
You're not burning enough? Okay, how are the legs doing at the stage?
Oh, fantastic. Excellent. Everything is good. Thank you very
much. All right, thank you. Enjoy.
Founded in 1896, Wits University has a rich heritage of fighting for freedom and democracy. With an enrollment of just over 40,000 students, it has produced 4 Nobel laureates, among them Nelson Mandela and Nadine Gordimer. There are 5 faculties at Wits encompassing the sciences, commerce, law, management, engineering, health sciences and humanities. The campus in Braamfontein is split into east and west sections either side of the M1 highway.
I must say, this is my favorite spot on the route. It's the Nelson Mandela Bridge, the coolest place in Joburg. And when this place lights up at night, it has all the colors of the rainbow. How awesome!
A modern architectural marvel, the Nelson Mandela Bridge links Braamfontein and Newtown. It spans 42 railway lines and was completed in 2003. And today, it was open only for the walkers.
Are you walking through the Nelson Mandela Bridge? How does it feel?
Oh, it's quite humbling, especially looking at the 25 years of freedom and 101 years celebrating his birthday as well. So, and what he has done for the country. So it's quite humbling. That's the reason why we're actually doing this. Yeah.
So he's called the father of democracy. And what did he mean to you?
I think he meant everything. The reason why I am today is because of what they went through, So it's the struggle, what they won afterwards, and what we are leaving today. Yeah.
Now back to the walk. How are your legs feeling so far?
Don't even ask.
Okay, enjoy and good luck, I guess.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, ladies, any particular reason why you're walking today?
No, it's just for the motivation, just to keep the spirit up. Yeah.
And how are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling awesome.
Thank you.
The MTN Walk the Talk with 702 was a rare chance to enjoy the freedom of the city, and no one wanted to miss out on a very special experience.
Why was it so important for you to walk even though you're on crutches?
I couldn't miss this event for anything. It means a lot to me. Every year I always come to this event, so I could not miss it for anything.
Okay, and one last thing. What's your favorite thing about South Africa?
Just like the democracy, the togetherness of people. I think that's what I love most about South Africa.
Yeah, thank you very much and good luck.
All right, thank you.
It was truly a day to show one's pride in South Africa.
The guy that is representing South Africa very well. Subs, how are you doing and how are you feeling so far?
Very well. Thank you. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. So why do you have the South African flag on you?
Because I'm a proud South African.
And what do you love the most about South Africa?
Rainbow nation, diversity, and we must strive for unity.
If ever there was a day signifying unity, it was this one. In the quarter of a century since South Africa became a democracy, we have been blessed with numerous truly special individuals who have left a unique and indelible mark across many spheres of South African society. 702 gave listeners a chance to vote for one iconic individual who they believe contributed towards enriching our young democracy in their only particular way.
Okay, and you voted for your icons, and your favorite youth icon is Nkosi Johnson, who was an HIV and AIDS activist. And then we also have the arts and culture icon, who's the late Brenda Fassie, known for legendary hits such as Bulindlela and Weekend Special. And then we also have our sporting icon, who's our legend Caster Semenya, who has won 2 gold Olympic medals. And then we also have our thought leader icon, which goes to Utata Nelson Mandela, our former president, also known as the father of democracy. And lastly, you've got your for good icon, Imtiaz Suleiman, who is the founder of Gift of the Givers.
5 remarkable South Africans who have and are helping this country grow and strengthen as a democracy. The MTN Walk the Talk with 702 is one of the largest single-day events of its kind in the world, essentially taking over large portions of a massive city to enable tens of thousands of passionate South Africans to walk the streets in unity, peace and harmony. It takes some doing though. Let's take a glimpse behind the scenes. I'm essentially in the nerve center of the 2019 edition of the Walk the Talk, the JOC, the Joint Operations Center. And now this is where Tanya Hoffert and the HSP team essentially make the magic happen. We've got all the cops here, they're watching the screens, making sure that all the walkers are safe, all the EMS services are standing by ready to react as we celebrate and commemorate 25 years of democracy. It's an all-day affair, the MTN Walk the Talk with 702. The 4 distances started from outside Marks Park in Merentia over a period of 4 hours, which allowed all the walkers the time and space to go and explore a section of the wonderful city of Joburg. There was no rush. Everyone taking part was there to have a good time, and the 3rd distance to start proved to be the most popular.
I'm having so much fun, it's so nice, I'm with my friends, and MTN is making it possible for us. We are so happy, we will always come here. We love MTN, we love 702, we love it so much.
I mean, 55,000 people have come out to walk the talk this year. 22,000 of them are all walking the 8 kilometers, so it doesn't actually get any bigger than this, and it's about to get underway. I've got the most enthusiastic ladies I've ever seen right in front of me.
Yeah, we're ready, we're happy, we're excited. What a way to spend a Sunday.
I know you're representing somebody, a certain company.
Of course, you're representing so much.
The 8K walkers were treated to a SAPS fly past before the executive mayor of the city of Joburg, Herman Mashaba, sent them on their way. I'm with His Excellency, the Honorable Herman Mashaba, Mayor of the City of Johannesburg.
You are the gentleman with the city, with the key to the city in your pocket, and today you've given it back to 55,000 people. It must make you really proud to see your city looking so beautiful on this day.
Well, I think I've got to really be grateful to 702 and MTN. Without their financial support, this would not really happen. I think if you look at successful nations all over the world, how we succeed when you have public-private partnerships. This triple P, very key. And the government that I ran from day one when I took over was to really work with civil society. I know this event we inherited it, but as a new administration, we are actually encouraging it to take it to the next level. We use it actually to encourage the private sector investment in our city, to show that government and the private sector and the public and civil society can work together.
Mr. Mayor, you thank the city of Johannesburg, you thank 702, we thank MTN. We want to thank you for allowing the people, the natives of Johannesburg and people from internationally onto the streets of your beautiful city.
But let us not really forget this 55,000 residents who have come out in their numbers, because without them, you can put any amount of money, you can put any amount of support. If you're not going to get your residents behind you, you've got no society. So I think one thing for sure, in particular, let us say thank you to our residents for coming out to demonstrate that they are proud South Africans, they are proud Joburgers.
So now you're about to walk the city of Joburg. Do you love the city?
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about Joburg?
It's close to Soweto and it reminds me of Madiba.
And this is the 25 year of democracy. So do you know what that means?
That it's been 25 years of democracy that we have fight for our land.
I love it. Thank you so much, my boy. Enjoy the walk. You guys are walking for a good cause?
Yes, we are. We're the Sandparks Honorary Rangers. We're walking for everything to do with Sandparks, with helping them with their anti-poaching, their counter-poaching, all of their other items and wish list items and events and causes that they for. So we're raising some funds for them and walking for them today.
So I've got people from Doctors Without Borders in front of me. I want to start with you, the spokesperson. Your name?
So I have a crush on Sizwe Romo, and this is honestly a mix between his name and mine, the first 3 letters of mine and the last 3 of his. Hey, Sizwe! We're an international humanitarian organization, emergency might I add, and we help migrants, we help SGBV survivors, for those who don't know, sexually gender-based violence survivors. We help mental health, we focus on mental health issues. The other one, maternal health, safe abortion care as well. So we really stand for people, we believe in who, and if you can remember, like for example, the Cyclone Idai, we were one of the humanitarian organizations that were there. So that's what we do.
Well, there is always a vibe, and today the vibe is pink and black. Ladies, looking very nice. Tell me, why are you guys walking? What is your cause?
We are all engineers, so we're trying to encourage that we can have female engineers, so the kids must go out there and be like us, hey?
Can I tell you guys something? You are an inspiration to a lot of young girls, especially the fact that you're all engineers. Well done, enjoy the walk.
Thank you!
MTN Walk the Talk with 702 is for the young and for the old, and I've got Joburg's vibe right in front of me. Right? Tell me, what are you guys walking for?
We're supposed to walk for 15K, but we're late. We're late. So we're gonna walk for 8K, no, but we push it.
And of course, 25 years of democracy. I mean, can you imagine we've gotten this far? A whole 25 years. So of course, time to raise the flag high, South Africa.
Enjoy the walk, ladies.
On the Braamfontein Ridge is one of the city's most recognizable and historic sites. It's also the seat of the highest court in South Africa, and Lerato was there.
And we finally made it to Constitutional Hill. I must tell you, this place is basically a living museum and tells so much of the rich history of our democracy. This is a former jail, and it has previously jailed our icons such as Nelson Mandela, Robert Sobukwe, and our very own Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela. And also, this is home to the highest court in the land, the Constitutional Court.
just being here, it's a highlight on its own, in that we got to partake in the 25 kilometers, which is a first, and so we're feeling like we are really the born frees.
And for you, Zams, what has been your highlight through this route?
It's amazing because you get to see people not ending. Like, where are these people coming from? There's so much.
And Walk the Talk, what do you love about Walk the Talk?
I like that it's done for charity. Like, I'm a charitable person. I wish I had more to give. So getting this opportunity to be part of this big event that gives so much to people in need, I feel privileged. It's my way of giving to society.
Walkers were smiling all the way around the city. The vibe was amazing as South Africans and Joburgers in particular came together in a spirit of unity, friendship, goodwill. Why this event is so much more than just a walk.
Thing I totally love about MTN Walk the Talk with 702 is not only does it connect friends, families and colleagues, but it also gives you the best of Joburg on a silver platter. But it wouldn't be the best of Joburg if we didn't stop by at the Joburg Zoo to say hello to our furry friends. Hello!
The Joburg Zoo has been welcoming visitors for 116 years. Around 500,000 a year get to see the 2,000 or so animals up close.
How does it feel to be walking through the Joburg Zoo?
No words, it's quite refreshing. It's out of this world. It's more than just a walk.
And any particular reason why you're walking today?
101 reasons, but above everything, I think it's about to celebrate the 25 years of democracy, to be part of the fun, to celebrate being me.
Yes, let's celebrate. Enjoy your walk.
Thank you.
This will be a highlight for all of our walkers, the house of former President Utata Nelson Mandela. He's our thought leader icon, and it's just amazing to be standing in front of his home, someone who gave so much of his life to help shape our democracy. You've gone past the 16-kilometer mark. How are your legs feeling so far?
I am so tired. Oh my goodness. I can't even feel my legs, but I have just keep on.
Can I cheer you up? Do you know whose house this is on our right?
I'm not sure. Is it Mandela's?
You don't know? This is Mandela's house! Awesome, right? Yeah, Utata.
And the chance to take a photograph outside Madiba's house was just too good to pass up.
And you are the MEC of Sports, Arts and Culture and Recreation, so you know everything that has to do with sports in this country. This is a massive event. It's very good that it's being held in Johannesburg, your city.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is great because it's an annual event and everybody looks forward to it. You can see with the numbers, it grows every year. So we're calling on everybody to join us next year. You really cannot miss this. You have to be part of it. It's just that brilliant.
How much does it mean to get corporates involved in fitness events like this?
It's critical. It's critical. We really are calling on all corporates to come on board. Join what 702 and MTN are doing. Really come on board. Make sure that we get society healthy as much as possible. It's the benefit is for everybody. The spin-offs are amazing and corporates really need to come on board. Let's work together on this.
I just finished the 15K. That's why I'm so here.
We've had to drag you a little bit back from the finish line. How was it?
We're almost there. Well, it was what a phenomenal race. I mean, the vibe in the crowd, everything's just so great, and everyone's just, everyone's busy. They're talking to each other. They're talking stories. They're talking about their race, what's their experience. It's just such a nice experience.
So, from a Netstar point of view, obviously been involved for over 10 years in the 702 Walk the Talk. We also celebrated 25 years of democracy in South Africa. Coincidentally, also our 25th anniversary as Netstar. And this is just our way of giving back to the community and our customers and having fun with our customers and our family members during this day.
And to Lofelo here, I'm going to start with Palesa. Palesa, how old are you?
7 years old.
And you walked 8 kilometers. Did you enjoy it? How was it?
Fun, and also it was nice, and I love the people, and I love South Africa.
I see you've got a sticker on your cheek. What is it for?
I don't really know what's for, but I just put it in. I was gonna ask. I don't really know.
Well, I can tell you what it's for. It means you are proud to be South African, are you?
Yeah, I am.
And how about you, Tsulufelo? Are you proud to be South African?
Yes, very proud.
What was your favorite part of those shows?
My favorite part of the walk is that everyone was like colorful and full of yellow stuff. Yeah.
8 kilometers!
While some were finishing their morning walks, the last group of walkers set off from Marks Park on the 5-kilometer walk. They left at 11 a.m.
We're at the start of the 5 kilometers. Myself, Lerato Hofele, she was out en route. She's come back. And Lerato, you look like you're having a good time.
Oh, Bushy, I've had an incredible time. The mood is electrifying. South Africans, they don't play, hey? They know how to have a good party. It was really incredible. We celebrated all our icons and I got to see the coolest places in Jersey.
I will see you at the finish line because this is the last walk of the MTN Walk the Talk with 702. Lerato, all the best.
Okay, thank you. We're celebrating 25 years of democracy. What do you love the most about being a South African?
Woo, united! That's what I like about being South African.
Ah, nice. Enjoy your walk.
I will, thank you. Hey.
Everybody's so happy. Everyone is so overjoyed. The vibe is on fire. I mean, the Walk the Talk started at 6 o'clock in the morning and it's almost midday in Johannesburg and it is still an absolute vibe. We've got dancers, we've got singers, South African flags everywhere. If you didn't come to this edition, you must definitely come to next year's MTN Walk the Talk with 702.
Hey, we've got our expanding branding team here today. This is an annual event for us. The whole team comes out. We're an activations company, and this is where we find our happy space on the Joburg roads with 55,000 other beautiful people doing the same thing as we're doing.
The 8 and 5K events were also open to 4-legged walkers, and many hundreds of residents brought their dogs along to be part of the party. The South African police services were on duty, ensuring everyone was kept safe.
It's a beautiful day in Joburg and the walk continues. This is not just a walk for friends, families and colleagues, but also for our furry friends. Let's go have a chat with them. So what is his or her name?
His name's Coco.
Coco! Hi Coco! How are you doing?
Hi!
Oh. And are you guys excited about the walk as well?
Yes, definitely.
So we're celebrating 25 years of democracy. What do you guys love the most about being South African?
I think the fact that we have opportunities that never existed before. And, you know, as much as the past sort of haunts other people, we have the opportunity to make a difference and be anyone we want to be and go anywhere we want to go, which is something that didn't exist back in the day.
The canine contingents were very well looked after. They had hydration stations, but with a twist. They could step into a cooling bath to soothe those aching paws.
Well, Complete Pet Food has been sponsoring this event for the 3rd year now. And we are very excited about it. We've got water on the route, we've got water at the endpoints, and we've got nice hampers which we hand out here. It's available at all pet shops around the country, at all co-ops around the country, and in most vet shops.
Why are you guys walking? Please tell me more about your cause that you're walking for.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity. Hopelands is about building an orphan village for orphaned and abandoned children. And we have a heart for orphaned and abandoned children. So Hopelands is about caring, looking after, building, loving, caring, and creating a holistic home environment for orphaned and abandoned children.
Okay, so we've got the guys. They're very popular. They absolutely need no introduction. 67 blankets for Utata Nelson Mandela, one of our thought leader icons. We're so excited. Why is it so important for you guys to walk today?
You know what, we're showing that we together with our fellow man, we are walking together, we are walking the talk, and it's so wonderful. You know, it's such a wonderful sense of community, and I love that. So, and we've got our knitwits from Madiba here, as you can see, crocheting away, because 67 blankets for Nelson Mandela Day does not sleep. So we make blankets throughout the year, we distribute blankets throughout the year in the name of Madiba, our beloved Madiba.
I mean, the good causes never really end at the Walk the Talk. And we've got Zoe here from the Department of Health in Gauteng. And if you look behind us, there are a couple of wheelchairs with 2 individuals in them. I'm just going to essentially tell us what that is about. Zoe, you guys have just completed 5 kilometers. Tell me what are the 2 wheelchairs about?
So I work for Tshwane Rehabilitation Hospital. So we're down in central town Pretoria. And so these are two of our patients. We brought 5 of them with a team, and we're just here to give them a day out because it's horrible to sit in a hospital all day, every weekend, and just to give them the opportunity to experience life and to show you that having a disability does not mean that life has to stop. You can still participate.
702 has been the city's soundtrack since the 1980s, and it has been presenting the MTN Walk the Talk for 18 years. And by all accounts, the 2019 vintage was something very special.
I mean, it's our biggest event actually in terms of the station calendar and all the things that we put together every year. It's the biggest thing that we do every year. And the many vendors were also part of this event. And also what it takes for the local residents in the areas that are affected by the road closures and everything. We've been doing this to them for so many years. But I think every year they're very graciously agree that we can come and do this in this part of the world. And I think it's a big thing, and I think it's become a very big part of the city and the fabric of the city of Johannesburg. And the city of Johannesburg themselves have been very good partners, just allowing us to do this event every year. And of course, with a sponsor like MTN, we're able to do other things that ordinarily wouldn't be able to do. So in terms of providing better the experience itself on the day, I think that's worked in our favor as well.
I actually didn't think that I would walk and finish a 5 kilometer, but hey, guess who's healthy?
Yes, you guys are in. Fantastic. So you guys have just completed 5 kilometers. Well done to you. So you're looking bright and colorful. What cause are you guys walking for?
Well, we are working for the Growing Up Without the Father Foundation. And we have some new other members. We're waiting for them, but they're still coming. So this cause is for the fatherless in our country. We have Charlie Peterson, which is the founder of the foundation, also the author of the book Growing Up Without the Foundation, Without the Father Foundation, and we are proud to be here. We made it. Our kids came along, and everybody, we are excited. We can't wait for the next walk.
Yeah.
And thank you 702 and MTN. We loved every minute of it.
Yes, the MTN Walk the Talk with 702 was a day that would not be forgotten in a hurry. Everyone was welcome, even if you did drive a toy car.
Awesome. I mean, listen, my competitive juices were flowing. My thing was, let's do this. So I'm one of those speed walkers when it comes to this thing. I've had tremendous fun. It's a nice kickstart to winter training for the summer. So I'm very excited. Finished quickly, among the first to finish. In fact, we caught up with previous distance runners or walkers. So, woo!
And after exerting themselves, the walkers could enjoy a massage at the Voltaren Recovery Zone. Even the dogs had their own recovery zone and of course a medal. What an extraordinary experience for everyone who entered the MTN Walk the Talk with 702 hosted by the City of Joburg. The last word from the amazing event director.
So, 54,000 people at the end of the day have walked the streets of Joburg. I've got to thank Metro, the City of Joburg, Oru, Think Bike, Traffic Free Flow, everybody who has contributed to making this the success that it is. And I think we just all work in a great partnership, and long may it last.
So the last couple of hundred people are finally crossing the finish line in this year's edition of the MTN Walk the Talk with 702. But today, Lerato Hoffele was one of them.
Indeed, Buhle, it was incredible. Just seeing the spirit of South Africans, thousands of people coming together just for fun or raising awareness for their different causes. The biggest mass participation event in the world. 18th one in the back. See you next year.
Yeah, see you next year.
Next year.
The MTN Walk the Talk with 702 was proudly brought to you by MTN with 702 and hosted by the City of Joburg.